What stands out to me is you know, a lot of the projects toward the top changed by maybe a point or so. It looks like a lot of them went up. One project in particular took a huge jump, and that's OLF 8. I think it's important to understand that none of these projects changed. They're all the same projects that were submitted in October, but somehow our interpretations of those projects have changed, hopefully through clarification, you know, by the applicants. But that one stands out far above all the others. And when I think back to when we initially did the scoring in the fall and we all explained our scoring, I know that on the projects where I was the outlier, where I was the one that was the highest score or maybe the lowest, I tried to explain that and tried to justify that. But when I look at that one project, it jumped dramatically from the last meeting. Again, without the project changing at all. And I'd like for those who changed their scores to perhaps offer something else that they saw that I didn't see that would make it change. One score doubled from a 40 to an 80, which seems really, really unusual. I mean, I know that in order to advance this forward, I would love here at the 11th hour to get some explanation of perhaps something that I didn't see that justified such a change. The other thing I would say is just a reminder that, you know, that for that project to score as high as it did, there's an environmental category there. And, you know, anytime we do economic development, everything is about trade-offs. And we do new economic development, we create new projects, we build new buildings, we build new projects. And those a lot of times are destructive to the environment, and that's okay. Those are trade-offs. Hopefully we do those in smart ways. We try to get the best bang for the buck. We have to create good jobs. The community grows. And again, these are trade-offs. But that project scores so high. And when I look at the environmental category, I can't help but think that it somehow got a lot of points under environment. And it's new development. It doesn't enhance the environment. It degrades the environment. And that's okay. We do that in some cases in order to grow the economy. But that one really stands out to me, and I would love some more explanation to make sure that I didn't miss something. I didn't change my scoreboard at all. I look back at it. But to make sure I didn't miss something that caused it to so dramatically increase among a number of us. So thank you.
Okay. Would anybody like to comment on OLF 8? Yes, Mr. McMillan.
New microphones.
Yes, sir. Much better. You don't have to lean in now.
Wow. Wasn't sure where to turn it on. I'm so used to the old ones. Well, I changed my score a relatively high amount of change on this one, probably bigger than I did on any other change. And I would just speak to what some of my thinking was, though I don't think I nor anyone else has to defend their scores at all. But I did change substantially on this one because part of the process from the original ranking through all of the additional amount of discussion that we had, each project had a chance to come in and talk to us about the top half of the projects did that. And we got to hear other people talk about the projects. And I came away from that part of the process thinking I had misscored this. It wasn't that I scored it where I felt like I made a big change in that, other than the fact I felt like I had underscored this project a lot initially. And so my change on this one was, I think, rescoring, which was what the process was, properly so, to go back and take a look at how I would score it today versus from the beginning, not so much from how I scored it before. So that was kind of my thinking on this part. Clearly, I think it is one of the, and now looking at the new scores now, it is the number one economic project in our new rescoring. That's probably about how I ranked it as well as my number one. It's among that category, though I did not rate them within each category. So I'm pleased that I had the opportunity to go back and reevaluate. I don't know how my colleagues use that opportunity. I don't think I actually hardly lowered any. I did lower one substantially. Actually, I lowered one down to 0 because I didn't think after a review of it even met the criteria. But nevertheless, that was my thinking and my scoring, and the process I think was good on the initial scoring, and I think our opportunity to have another round on the top half of them and to have other people come in and talk to us allowed me at least to reevaluate how I initially scored projects and reevaluate that process.